Today we're looking at another budget accommodation here in Sanur. If you don't know me, I'm Adam from Sanur Diaries, and from time to time I review hotels in Sanur, restaurants, go and show you what to do, what's going on in town. And today we're reviewing this place, which is called Kubu Di-Kayla's. Bit of a mouthful, but I've heard great things about it. I've been told it's a really good one, so I'm going to check it out. That's the gate. That's the main road's right there, and then you've got a 8-room building up here on the left. So it's only 8 rooms here. It's a small little guest house, family run. And when you get a family run place, you generally get really friendly with the locals here. So I'm loving it already. The feel when I got here, like the service straight off was just a friendly welcome. The reception's over here. They're doing a bit of construction at the moment, which is not causing any problems. So all around this place, they've got free water refills here. They've got a price list here, which is interesting because on the price list, they give you a monthly rate, a 3 monthly rate. You can even rent here for a year, which is just fantastic. And then this is the building complex. Yeah, 8 small little rooms. They've got motorbike parking around the back if that's your thing. My room's upstairs. I got a queen or a king, I can't remember, but they also have a twin room as well, so if you need 2 separate beds. But it's a pretty simple layout, 4 on the bottom, 4 on the top. There's another water refill station. So this is the room. I've put the lights on. There's quite a bit of storage down there, so if you're staying a little bit longer term, you've got some shelving there. You've got a nice size fridge. Like, that's really nice. So it's not a little bar fridge. You could put probably even a whole case of beer in there. More shelving, medium-sized TV, more shelving again. There's a bit of marking on the wall there. That's not dirt. That's just from people putting their bags there and scratched the wall. We have a tea and coffee facility. A couple of bottles of water, which are free. In the tea and coffee, Nescafes, bit of tea, bit of sugar, a kettle, a couple of cups, some shelving. I wonder if some cupboards, nothing in there. A wardrobe, big old wardrobe. So that's really good for long-term staying. Then you've got your drying rack here, which you could probably put outside if you wanted to. More storage again. And then the big bed. And it's a big bed. Nice, tastefully decorated coverings as well. Quite modern. You've got a ceiling fan, which is blasting at the moment, and an AC. And I've got to say, this room is feeling really comfortable right now. It's cool, really nice. Bedside table with a PowerPoint right next door to the bed if you want to play with your phone, and another one there, play with your phone at night. A window to the outside, but what's cool about that outside area leads to, a mystery guest, 2 chairs and a table. I mean, the view's not great, it's a concrete wall, but it actually looks over the edge there, down to the walkway that I just came through. And it's quite nice to sit out there with a coffee, or if you're a smoker, that's obviously where you're going to go as well. And it's just really nice. Like, it's very clean. Like, the first thing I notice is it's very clean. Yeah, there's a few marks on the wall. That's just a paint job. That's not mold. That's not like water dripping down or anything like that. It just is from people, banging their bags against the wall, which is pretty understandable in a place that gets used so often. And I could really see myself, if I needed to, living in this for a month, 2 months, 3 months, like, easily. It's definitely good enough for me. And yeah, first impressions, I love it. Of course, we need to look at the bathroom, which is one of the key things for most people. So this is your bathroom, small little bathroom, quite narrow, little basin, normal toilet with a bum gun, and a little rain shower there. It's got a shower curtain so the toilet doesn't get wet when you have a shower. Pretty stock standard. Your soap is from those little dispenser things rather than blocks of soap. I've got little tissue, not tissue, like a, what do you call them? Like when you dry your hands with those things. Tissues? I don't know. I don't know what the word is for that. Yeah, pretty standard bathroom. Popped up there is a couple of umbrellas. Like, for a budget homestay, and I really do mean this, it is a budget homestay. They're paying attention to a lot of details around here. And I was just speaking to one of the other guests here. It's actually a viewer. G'day, Tony. Tony's one of my viewers, and he's been telling me that the owners here are very responsive. So if you've got something broken or something that's not quite right, because they own the place and they live on site, they'll come up and fix it straight away. You know, they're very responsive like that. Nice people as well. Tony was also telling me that if you're coming and going quite often here, you can actually leave some of your stuff here. So let's say, for example, you come every 3 months and you've got a couple of, I don't know, bags of stuff which you like to have in your room that you don't want to keep carting back to your home country every time. They can store it here for you for a while while you're away, and then when you come back, pick it up again. So they're good like that. And I guess if you were going up to Ubud for a week and then coming back, they also do the same, store your luggage. So that's really nice to have that personalised service. They've got Wi-Fi available in all the rooms, and the connection here is pretty good. I get a strong connection. So, you know, sometimes you go to a hotel or one of the cheaper places, well, happens in all hotels really, even the expensive ones. You might just be out of range of the signal. So you're connected, but no data coming through. Well, it doesn't happen like that here. Here, I have a really strong connection and the speeds are pretty good. Well, it's faster than what I've got at home anyway, and that's a really big thing for me. I don't want slow internet while I'm away. I've got stuff to do on there, like, I don't know, watch YouTube. So let's talk first impressions. Love it. Like first impressions, love it. For a budget hotel, it's absolutely brilliant. Now, it doesn't have a swimming pool, and for some people that's a deal breaker, but if a swimming pool's not important to you, and it's not to me, this is a fantastic option in Sanur. Now, location is in sort of the northern end of town, more towards Pantai Sindhu. So, actually really close to the Sindhu Night Market, really just so close, maybe 100 meters from there, close to all those money changes on that sort of road that goes towards Jalan, Danau, Toba, close to Over the Moon Cafe. You know, it's in a good location. I love the cleanliness of the place. The floors are spotless, like you walk in with bare feet. No dust or dirt or sand or anything like that. It's just clean as, and I really love that. You can, when you go to a place, you can feel whether it's clean or not, and this is really clean. A few marks on the wall, I don't care about that. Wi-Fi is good, bathroom's good, and it's a good price. I'll get to that towards the end of the video. Now, being so close to that main road there, some people might be concerned about road noise, and I think it's a really important thing to be worried about in somewhere like Sanur, because if you get close to the road, or if you're next to a bar that has live music going all night, that can be a problem. Now, we haven't slept here tonight yet, and I'll give you the sort of the update in the morning if there's any issues. But as far as road noise goes, I can hear vehicles passing only just, but they are not loud enough that I wouldn't be able to sleep, or, you know, it doesn't bother me at all. In fact, I'm a little bit sort of immune to them. I really have to put my, listen out for them. As far as other noise around the area, I can't hear anything yet. I don't think this is an area where there's any bars or anything anyway, so I can't imagine there being any late night noise or anything like that. I'm sitting on the bed right now, and it's a little bit firm. So if you like a firmer style bed, this might be the go for you. Like, it's got a bit of a spring to it. Like, I sleep in a really firm bed at home. I don't really like it. This is not as firm as that. So it's a little bit firm, but you're not going to sort of be sucked into a really soft and snug bed, which is sometimes in Bali, like, you don't really want that anyway because it's too hot. I mean, I normally sleep with the AC on, so that counteracts some of that sort of hot and sticky feeling. But yeah, it's a nice firmness on it actually. I've got a washing service here, which is pretty cool. They'll wash your clothes for 5,000 for a kilogram. That's pretty cheap. And if you want it ironed, another 5,000 on top of that. But you don't really need that, do you? But I mean, when you're in Bali, you get all that service provided to you for so cheap that you may as well just pay it anyway. Now, I was just talking about location, and I want to sort of go through what there is around this hotel that makes this an attractive place to stay. What's in the immediate area? So let's get to the main road, which is here. And then you've got to the right, that sort of goes down to Over the Moon. You've got a few money changes down there and that sort of stuff. And then down to the left, we'll take a little walk, because this is where I find that you get most of your interesting things. So straight over there, that's the, so straight ahead, that's the Sindhu Night Market. So at night, there's all these local warungs and stuff setting up there with very, very local food. And then on the corner there is a warung called Warung Pengkola, a brilliant place just to sit, have a beer, have a little snack, and watch the world go by. I love that little location. It's just right on the corner, and it's just a great place to sit and relax. So that's the market in there. And then on the left here, this is Jalan, and Jalan Pungutan has a few places that you probably want to check out when you're around here. First of all, Mama Tapas, a great little tapas place, a nice concept, and the food's really good too. I love that place. And then the next place that is down here is Warung Mbotlu. Now, Warung Mbotlu is probably 100 meters down there. It's like one of the, well, it's one of my favorite warungs in Sanur. Like, it's that good. Dirt cheap. The woman that runs it is just an absolute gem, and the food is just full of flavor. It's so, so good. I mean, if you were staying at Kubu Di-Kayla's and then eating there, like, you'd live on next to nothing here, but have really good quality as well. So that road there is Jalan Danau Toba, and that goes up towards the McDonald's, which is about 300 meters away. Pantai Sindhu, or the Sindhu beach, is just, I don't know, probably turn right in 100 meters, and then the beach is probably 300 meters from there, and that's the market down there. So as you can see, it's a really good location. Like, this is really quite central. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit north of the center, so not like exactly central, but when I say central, I mean it's got a lot of stuff around it, so you're going to be able to keep entertained. This is right in the thick of the action. Anywhere between sort of Sindhu Beach and down to the roundabout is really central. So yeah, this is quite central, quite well located, lots of good things to eat and drink around here, and you won't go hungry, that's for sure. I might just show you how far it is down here from the homestay to Over the Moon Cafe, which has got good coffee and good good things to eat. It's just down here. I mean, this is also a road that's got, aside from those money changers which I've used before, it's got a lot of knick-knack shops like these things, like heaps of those knick-knack shops, cheap counterfeit clothing. There's local clothing, batik. There's all sorts of stuff in there. You know, those old art and craft shops and that sort of stuff. So if you're into shopping, I mean, this is just the place as well. I've actually been there before, which is a money changer. I got a decent rate and I don't think I got ripped off, which is a good thing. Yeah, so you just come down here. So I haven't walked that far. Someone just trying to cross the road, picking it sometimes be a bit difficult. Yeah, so just saying that it's not far down here to Over the Moon Cafe. I can see it here. Might be a bit difficult to see on camera, but it's that one right there, that guy's walking past. That's Over the Moon. Fantastic cafe. So yeah, heaps of places to eat, heaps of places to drink. A really good place in terms of location. But just thinking that some of the shops around here remind me of the Bali of old, some of those art and craft shops. We've got an old tailor shop there. They've got like a post office, old post office sign there. It's really quite nice to have something that's still hasn't been sort of gentrified and modernised. It's got a good feel about it. We don't get breakfast included in the price here, so we won't be reviewing that. We won't be reviewing a pool. All we've got to check out now is that bed, and I'll get to that in the morning, and I'll let you know what the price is per night that I paid, and then what the price is for a month if you want to stay here based on their rack rates, but you might be able to negotiate something different if you come here directly and speak to the people. So it's the morning after, and I've got to say I had an unreal sleep here. Talking about noise from outside, there is the slightest, like if you listen really hard, you might hear some music, you might hear some road noise, but for sleeping, it's just absolutely not a problem whatsoever. I didn't hear any dogs, roosters, anything. Total peace and quiet, even though you're right in the center of town. The bed, so comfortable, absolutely love it. Now, there's one other thing I forgot to mention yesterday, is that there is a communal kitchen here. So if you're here for a longer period of time and you're getting sick of going out to get your nasi goreng every day, you can go and cook your own meal by going to the supermarket and bringing back, you know, your groceries here and whipping up something on your own if you wanted to. But I mean, you know, when you're in Bali, it's cheap enough just to go and get your meals outside all the time anyway. But there is that option there just in case you want it. Now let's talk about price, because that's really important. This place is great value. They don't have a swimming pool, so that brings down the price a little bit from what you'd get elsewhere when you have a room of this standard. I paid 380,000 rupiah per night, which I think for Sanur is a fantastic deal. Now, if you want to stay here for a month, you can negotiate a special rate. They have a fixed rate here of 7.5 million for a month. I'm sure if you speak to them and come up with some sort of deal with them, you can probably negotiate something a little bit different, depending on availability, of course, because it is a very popular place to stay. And any longer term stays, I would really advise doing that well in advance. Now, I also saw on their rate card there that their price per night is higher than what I actually paid on booking.com. So I'll leave a link below. If you click that link below, you'll get through to booking.com, where it will give you probably a cheaper rate. Now compare it to what they offer here on that rate card. But if it's cheaper on booking.com, just book it through there. Or if they do it cheaper direct to the hotel, book through them by just contacting them through those contact details, which are on the screen right now. When you take into consideration all the things that are great about this property, such as the size of the room, the nice, modern, comfortable bed, that nice little balcony area out there, fast Wi-Fi, you've got a TV, communal kitchen, free water refills, and right in the center of town in a quiet location, you can't really beat the value on offer here at Kubu Di-Kayla's. It's unreal. 380,000 for this is just phenomenal. Most people are going to be happy here for a month if they needed to be here for a month. It's just great value. In fact, I'd sort of put it down as a place that you might want to come to and stay for a month while you're looking for a more permanent stay. So if you're coming to move to Sanur, maybe you come here for a month, spend your 7.5 million while you go out and about and trawl the streets looking for something a little bit more permanent, perhaps west side. There's motorbike parking and everything. It's just fantastic value, and I highly recommend it, especially if you don't need a pool, and not everyone does, but if you don't need a pool, this is one of the best options in all of Sanur at this price range. I absolutely love it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all things Sanur. I'll catch you next time.